God damn it, ladies and gentlemen, I am good at what I do. Folks, I want to congratulate you on finding another A Million or the Moon video. Because on this channel, a fat man sometimes overuses the word folks, but in exchange for you putting up with that, I want to share with you an incredible amount of wisdom in TA that you could use potentially to better improve your standing in the crypto space, which is exactly what I'm focused on in being in this space. Why I'm making this video. Specifically, I want to talk about why I changed from being a high frequency trader to being a long-term investor. I want to share my rationale as to why I think I'm set up to succeed in this crypto space while the vast majority of others will fail, why I'm set up to outperform the market, my rationale, and some of the wisdom I've learned throughout the past years here. So if you want to find out more, do me and you a favor, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because folks, on this channel, we like to bring you guys both a technical analysis background, a fundamental analysis background, and share wisdom, tips, and tricks we've picked up along the way from being in crypto for years. So folks, you want to stay tuned, and without further ado, let's delve into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're anything like me, you got into crypto searching for financial freedom. You're trying to turn a little bit of money into hopefully a lot, be able to take care of your family, your loved ones, the people that matter in your life, hopefully for the rest of your life, quit that 9-to-5 job. And folks, that's what I'm trying to do as well. I'm in crypto to find any which way possible to find financial freedom, whether that's high frequency trading, swing trading, investing in ICOs, low cap gems, NFTs, the metaverse. I frankly don't give a shit what it is, as long as it has a high probability chance of leading me, and hopefully many other people as well, to the ultimate goal of finding financial freedom. And so folks, this video has been prompted by a series of messages I've been getting in the recent past here, kind of people noting this kind of dramatic shift I've had in the recent past. And I haven't really addressed it in videos so much directly, and I think it's long overdue. This is also important to address because folks, frankly, we've been losing some followers on the Discord and in our VIP Discord group as well, because there has been a dramatic shift in the content I produce. Again, I used to basically try and find new low cap gems every week, talk about it, chill it, that kind of stuff. And so as we're seeing here, some people don't really like this shift, this dramatic shift from doing that to now going all in on pulsechain, pulsex, and hex. And I want to go on to explain why I think that niche is set up for me to achieve my goals of financial freedom. But let's kind of hear what some people have been saying. And folks, I want to bring up an example of one person kind of highlighting this shift I have, where I'll then go on to kind of explain myself, but to just kind of hear the criticism. I know this person and many others have similar sentiments, saying I'll probably get kicked out of the Discord after this because this man doesn't want anyone hearing this. But in all honesty, I suggest people leave this Discord and unsubscribe from this guy's YouTube. He completely deviated from how his channel previously operated with concise and helpful TA, thank you, to now him promoting Pulse on every single one of his, regurgitating videos, regurgitating the same and promoting BS. He's 100% shilling, and it's disgusting, been going on for months. I previously witnessed him kick a guy out for saying the same thing I am. I took at face value and didn't put much thought in what the other guy said, but I can't help but believe he was most definitely correct. aMillionortheMoon is a shell of his previous self, and it's honestly pathetic. So, folks, look, I've been getting a lot of this. A lot of people have been leaving our VIP Discord group as well, our Patreon group, where I share kind of my thoughts, what I'm up to in the market, my portfolio, that kind of thing. And it's all honestly due to the fact that I have dramatically shifted my focus and the kind of content I produce both on YouTube and in the Discord. And look, number one, the previous guy was kicked out for using over-the-top profanity. I'm breaking the rules in our rules section here. Disagreeing with me is not a problem. But I think it is a matter of time that I do indeed address this dramatic shift I've had. Because look, ladies and gentlemen, I've learned a lot of lessons in my time being in crypto. This person's right. I did used to focus heavily on technical analysis, and I have now dramatically shifted to basically only talking about pulsechain, pulsex, and hex. That is because I have learned, and I now believe, for reasons I will go on to share, that this particular ecosystem can outperform anything and everything else I was doing beforehand. So if my goal is to seek financial freedom and hopefully help other people along the way, which is my goal, if I find a better option, I will adopt that. Folks, look, I'm fully willing to throw out both my strategies and what I think, like yesterday's newspaper, if I find a better option. And I do believe I have found a better option over finding a new low cap gem every week and doing this high frequency trading. And to prove my point, I want to share with you guys my number one best trade ever and my number one best low cap gem ever, and why I think this new shift could even outperform those good calls that I've made in the past. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a 3-day chart of Bitcoin. Let's go back to a daily over here, and I want to share with you guys what I remember to be one of my best trades ever, because it was so goddamn textbook, such a gorgeous trade. There was so many confluence of reasons. I remember this being one of my best trades of all time. So look, folks, there's different ways to draw this. So looking at Bitcoin here, I remember whenever we had this parabolic run up and then we had our first major sell off, even if we go into a bear market, you just never go straight down. You have relief rallies. And so folks, Bitcoin had, if you just assume we're entering a bear market at this point, Bitcoin had its first 54% downfall without a significant relief rally, which has always happened historically. So, folks, during this region here, this little breakout, I longed Bitcoin, not as much as I would have liked to have in retrospect, but I did indeed, and it was an incredibly successful trade because Bitcoin ended up going up well over 90%, nearly 100% since my long. And so to explain you guys why I kind of longed here, is number one, we had this descending triangle / red resistance trend line. As soon as we broke out here, that was the first sign of perhaps a bullish shift in price action. But it wasn't only that, folks. We had here higher highs in RSI paired with lower highs in paired with lower lows in price action, which is bullish divergence. Not just that, we broke above the 50-day simple moving average, a moving average that has been incredibly price reactive and relevant for Bitcoin, not just this cycle, but back in 2017 as well. So my point in kind of explaining this little bit of setup for that trade was there was a strong convergence of reasons to believe here that Bitcoin was ready for a significant relief rally, and I longed it, and I was right. Bitcoin rallied nearly 100%. One of my best trades ever. Now let's take a look at Matic Polygon, folks. Matic Polygon I found when I was looking for new low cap gems. So during the earlier days of the channel, I would try and find these new low cap gems, looking at different forums, different videos, different websites, different ICO websites, and I happened at different research groups, and I happened to stumble upon Matic Polygon, and I in fact got in at around roughly 2 cents here, and it had one of the most significant parabolic rallies during this last bull cycle. This was my first 100x. So why have I gone from semi-successful low cap gem hunting and high frequency trading to basically going all in on pulsechain, pulsex, and hex? Because if we look at the two best examples of my most successful times with my previous strategy, high frequency trading, and trying to find the best low cap gem of the week, it pales in comparison to the quality and return on investment potential that this new niche that I've chosen to go all in on has. So why does it make sense to continue to focus and shill a losing, more higher risk strategy when I have found a better option that I will argue is of lower risk and higher ROI potential? It just doesn't make sense for me to continue shilling lower quality options of the past when a better option has presented itself. Again, everything I've ever done on this channel, TA, DeFi trading, DeFi investing, whatever it is, has all been in the effort to find financial freedom. And if I find a better option, I'm going to chase that option. For a long time, doing technical analysis and finding the new low cap gem of the week was the best game in town, until I found a better option that is of higher quality, that is extremely early, with extremely high and arguably superior ROI potential than low cap gem hunting and day trading. Because folks, if we take a look here at what that trade was, I mean, I got, maybe, I definitely didn't get 90% ROI on this, but let's just say best case scenario, you got 96, 100% return on investment on this trade. Well, that pales in comparison to getting in early on projects that are trying to address a large total addressable market with the ability to pull it off, that are of high quality, that are super early at a good valuation. Looking here at Ethereum competitors like AVAX, BNB, Sol, Terra Luna, on average, these projects grew 656x growth in 1.4 years. Folks, that is nearly basically impossible to get with high frequency trading. The reason why some people are successful in trading is because they already have $1 million, and if they're very selective, taking conservative, high probability setups, making an additional 5, 10, 20% a year, that's enough to live off of. But for the vast majority of people, you're going to fail at trading. Most people do, statistically speaking. People do not understand how to manage a trade, when to even enter a trade, using leverage, using stop losses. I mean, God damn it, folks. It was a nightmare helping people out when I was doing high frequency trading because so few people truly know what to do. So many people get wrecked. You have to risk so much for so little reward, and it does not make sense when a new opportunity arises that's similar to these we've seen in the past, like pulsechain, because it is simply impossible, or theoretically nearly impossible, to outperform getting in early on the latest new Ethereum competitor like pulsechain. There is a history of these Ethereum competitors, when you get in early, absolutely destroying any trader's return on investment. If you bought Solana from all-time low to all-time high, you would have gotten a 1200x. Try getting that high frequency trading. Try getting that jumping from the newest low cap gem of the week to the next, to the next, to the next. Folks, it's simply not going to happen. If you want to outperform the market, if you want above average returns, if you want financial freedom, which most people don't achieve because they don't know what it takes, you have to look outside of the box. You have to do what others aren't doing. What is everyone doing? They're high frequency day trading when they have no business doing so. They're trying to find the newest low cap gem of the week by following BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Band, Terra trades, all that stuff. And while few succeed, most fail. And I've found that the recipe for success is getting in early in something of high quality with high ROI potential, addressing a large total addressable market with the ability to actually pull it off at a good valuation. And all those sets of factors exist with pulsechain, pulsex, and Hex. Ladies and gentlemen, within that niche exists the recipe to outperform the rest of the market, which is why I've made this significant change, because I found a better option. I'm now extremely relieved that I don't need to find some new low cap gem every week to show you guys, because I found the one that's superior to them all. I have never been more bullish on a particular niche. I've never gone all in to this extent before, because I'm so confident that I've found something that is of such above average quality that it warrants no longer paying attention to the high risk, low reward moves, because I have found a higher quality, lower risk, higher reward move. And I frankly don't know how to justify shilling you Cardano and shilling you Solana when I know with great likelihood that something like pulsechain is extremely likely to outperform the vast majority of the market for at the very least the next several years to come. Do I know that for sure? Of course not. But I've shared with you guys the factors that are leading me to believe that there's an extreme likelihood of this niche being able to outperform everything else. In my opinion, this is the best way I know for me and hopefully others to seek financial freedom. So that is why I've made this shift. That's why I went from being a high frequency trader to now basically shilling purely pulsechain, pulsex, and Hex. And while I do invest in other options, I got into Internet Money Dividend, which is a pulsechain wallet. I got into Power City Protocol, which is kind of like this crypto treasury that builds out different dApps and has a fee sharing mechanism. I invested in Liquid Loans, which is an extremely interesting DeFi project where you can take loans out against your crypto and the fees are redistributed to token stakers. and where you can earn more pulsechain. So, folks, look, I'm not just kind of a pulsechain Richard Art maximalist. I do still invest and see much opportunity in other cryptocurrencies, but just understand that I've found the cryptocurrency that is the most exciting, with the highest ROI potential, that can likely help the most people achieve financial freedom to an extent where all the other normal cryptocurrencies that these large crypto influencers show you just aren't capable of doing. Cardano, Solana, AVAX, these coins are just frankly not going to change the lives of the vast majority of people watching those videos who aren't already rich. Sure, if you're already rich and AVAX has a 5x, great, then you're now significantly richer. But if you're a normal working class person and you get a 5x, well, I mean, sure, that's really great. But you're not going to be able to retire on that. Well, on the other hand, I believe that I'll speak for myself, be able to retire on pulsechain and pulsex in the near future when this thing comes out. That is if, I don't get hacked and I don't send my crypto to the wrong address or something like that. So, folks, stay tuned, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon if I have new uploads, because we're going to find out very soon whether or not my thesis was indeed correct, whether or not this was worthwhile, losing followers, losing Patreon members. Now, to wrap things up, folks, regardless of losing those extra couple bucks at the end of the month, I frankly sleep at night much better knowing that I have finally found the one thing that is of extreme high quality, that's early, at a good valuation, that will likely change the lives of many people for the better. Until next time, folks, take care.